My name's Phil Loughton. I'm the president of the international section of Wilhelmus Football Club here in The Hague. We have a wonderful club here, and we run a section of players which includes about 6 men's teams and 1 ladies team within the structure of a very large Dutch club. This whole project, if you like, started 16 years ago when we joined a smaller club with myself and a few friends, and we set up one team which was essentially just a pub team. In those days my job was coach, manager, player, international board representative and kit washer, barman, you name it. We all had to muck in and do everything we could. After some time of playing at the other club, we realised we were just becoming far too big for there, and so we had to look for another place to go. And one of our guys who plays cricket nearby noticed this club, and so we approached them to see if they'd be interested in taking on 200 new members overnight. Their jaws dropped a little when we met them in one evening. However, they believed us, and over a period of time we negotiated moving all of our players to this beautiful club here near Voorburg. My job has changed considerably over time. It's not as it was in the beginning. It was really all about me driving everything that happened. Nowadays we have a huge bank of volunteers from the international section who run all the teams and take care of training twice a week. What I now do is I represent the club and the international section when we play first team matches in particular. It's very important to do the right thing in the Dutch context, and of course we drink coffee and cake before the game with the opposition board members and have a beer with them afterwards to discuss the game, and it is very, very pleasurable. It really is a lot of fun. Myself and all the volunteers put a lot of hours in every week because the football season runs from August through to the end of May, and we are in action pretty well every week, making up the teams, trying to persuade people that it's better to come and play football than to go shopping. Because we're expats, people are constantly in and out of the country, so managing the teams and the pool of players is a real challenge in itself. My job there really is just to oversee and to maybe get involved in the odd dispute if necessary, but that thankfully doesn't happen very often. One of the things I think that makes us really unique, another thing that makes us unique, is that we travel all over what's called the West 2 area. This means that our teams and our players go to places expats don't normally visit. It's very, very important, I think, that we get to know as many different people in the country that we live in as possible, and this definitely allows us to do that. And we've got a lot of friends all over the area, in the Westland and in the Zuiderpark area of The Hague, and up in Leiden and everywhere we go. So we are very, very keen to put a good impression across wherever we go and to promote the expat experience in general to everybody in the Netherlands. How this works in terms of the individual who comes into The Hague or the Hague area is very interesting. At first we were just a sort of closed group of friends really, but we decided after a while, because of hearing stories of how difficult it was for individuals to join other clubs, other normal Dutch clubs, we decided to have a policy of never saying no. So if somebody contacts us and asks if they can play for our club, the answer is always yes. We have such a large structure now that we can fit anybody in at any level, from really quite a high level with our men's first team down to the bottom level of amateur football for those casual players and the ones who are perhaps getting a little bit older. The effect that has on people is really astonishing. I can't tell you how many times people have come up to me and said, I hated my life before I joined your club. It's one thing being able to go out with your workmates once a month to have a borrel. That's all very well and good, but you don't necessarily want to spend all of your free time with your workmates. What we have here is people from all the different international companies and organisations in The Hague, and from, we think at the moment, about 45 different nationalities, including Dutch. We have a lot of Dutch players that like to play with our teams because they like the international side of things. It literally transforms people's lives. One day they don't know anybody except their work colleagues, they go home, they don't know what to do at night. The next day they know 200 people and they're all friends. That makes this all worthwhile when I hear those things. In fact, just today I got an email from somebody who said roughly that sort of thing, and he'll be joining us next week. The future of this club is more of the same, I suppose. We've come to a point now where we have probably seen 2,500–3,000 players go through our books over the 16 or so years, and we are very settled here at this wonderful club. Part of our joining here a couple of years ago was negotiating with the local council in order to build a couple of new artificial pitches and a new changing room block. Now, the knock-on effect of that is that the general club, the Dutch club, has been able to recruit far more teams and players. So for example, when we first arrived, there were only 10 senior teams and about 25–30 youth teams. Next season we'll have 20 senior teams and 64 youth teams. The biggest strength we have in this club is that everybody who does things for the club, myself included of course, are volunteers. We all do it for the right reasons. Nobody's paid, there's no financial side to this at all. And that means that when people volunteer to do something, I know that they genuinely are doing it for the right reasons, and whether they make a good job or a not so good job is almost irrelevant, because everybody needs a bit of help every now and again, and we've created some very good managers and coaches through our system. And we just hope that we'll go on from strength to strength now, and I'm sure we will. And everybody's welcome, so if anybody would like to join, just contact me.